pushback, right, would be in the NBA. Some of these dudes be more focused on the whoop than they do performing in the game.
Yeah, I mean,
like a Kyle Kuzma. I'm sorry to single out that one guy. You know what I'm saying? But his performance versus his fits in the tunnel whoop, it looked like more effort be put out in the tunnel than in the game.
I'm gonna give Kyle a little bit pass. I think people are a little bit too hard on him.
Yeah.
Kyle works. I know people personally that it's getting that.
Talking about,
but he works. What I would say is fair criticism. At the end of the day, it comes with it. Like, you know, former champ, you know, had an opportunity to play with some great players or whatever like that. Now you're in a situation where you're kind of like second or
0-0-0-0.
Right, second. When I say second,
but I bet you his fit was fire that night.
Like, you're one of the best players on the teams. It comes with responsibility, right? So it comes with like, yo, taking understanding as, you know what, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna get in the lab. You know, you have opportunities to pick the minds of the greats. You got a chance to sit down with Kobe Bryant at dinner. You got a chance to play with LeBron and pick those. You know for a fact that they put basketball first. I think when you're coming from those rooms, you got to make sure to understand that when I have my opportunity and responsibility, especially with you getting that contract you got, I think you need to, you know, double down more on the basketball side and allow that to speak for itself. And then, you know, everything else I think comes natural. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're engaged to Winnie. You know what I mean? Like, those type of things end up coming natural.
She's a model too, right?
She's a model as well. Great at what she does. I think he needs to go back in the lab. So hopefully, you know, he has that in his works, in his plans. He has a big summer, because it's not good to see like, yo, you played 30-something minutes, you had like zero, like that's just disgusting.
But that would be my only reservation.
No, and you're right to me. As somebody who sits in the world of fashion and plays sports, yo, you're allowed to be criticized, bro. Like, if you're gonna have these two flags and you're gonna walk around with them, you gotta understand responsibility. It can't be one or the other. Just like how, like, when the student athletes, like, yo, you got to be good in the classroom, right? You got to have those grades, right? Because it goes back to what I said about, like, don't leave no money on the table. If we know for a fact that if you have a 3.5 and up, 4.0, and it can get you more money, why are we leaving that on the table? Why are we not being great in every environment, right? Because why, you want to sit down and do TikTok videos with it? Nah, we can't do that. We got to be great. So let's go get that 4.0. Let's get that working, because when we now sit behind the scenes talking business and we talking about your package, we're like, yo, we can get you X amount of money for FAFSA because you have this. We can get you this grant because you've done X, Y, and Z in these grades, and you're not leaving no money on the table. So the same thing with Kyle Kuzma. You don't want to leave anything on the table to be criticized. Get in the lab. You got the size. You got the game. Put it back together. Get back into your championship mindset and have an opportunity with the Wizards to get the Wizards within. I'm sorry, I'm not with the Wizards. He's not with the Wizards. He's the Bucks. You're with the Bucks now. Be able to now add to that team because you're playing with two other great players. So they're looking for you to be, yo, we got rid of Middleton, bro. Like, you gotta be that. Like, you gotta be that, and you have way more upside. You know what I mean? So you gotta, like, let's, like, cut it, bro. Like, you have an opportunity. And I think if I'm him, I think I would take advantage of that. But you know, sometimes you do need to take a step back and reset everything.